So we look, there's no waves, there's no wind, there's no white caps, and we look down and we see white water. You can go out when it's high tide and any one of the coasts, you can go out here off of Boston and go, hey, at low tide I can see those rocks, and at high tide I can't see the rocks are covered, but there will be white water around those rocks. You'll be able to tell there's something underneath the surface. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that's what it was. We don't see an object, we just saw white water. But the white water, and I like to shape it, you can say it was across, I say it's about the size of a 737. So it looks like if you took a 737, put it about 15, 20 feet below the water, so the wave's breaking over the top, and you're going to get white water where the plane is at. We see the white water, and that's what draws our eyes down there. Otherwise, we'd have never seen it. And then we see this little white tic-tac, because we're about 20,000 feet above it, and it's going basically north, south, and then east, west, north, and it's abrupt. It's very abrupt. So it's not like a helicopter. If a helicopter's going sideways and it's going sideways left and it goes right, what it'll do is it's got a speed, it slows down because there's inertia, and it stops and then it goes back. This thing's not, it's like left, so if you've got the east-west and then the north-south kind of across, it's hanging out on the southern thing that's hanging out. It's just kind of moving around, up, down, left, and it's crossing over it, it's going up. It's just kind of, so now we're like, what the hell is that? So then I go, hey, I'm gonna go check it out. And the other pilot says, I'm going to stay up here. She can watch me and the tic-tac, so she gets a God's eye view of everything that's going on, which is really important. And as I get to 12 o'clock, as the tic-tac's doing this, it's like it's aware of us, and it just goes bloop, and it kind of points out towards the west and starts coming up. So now it's obviously knows that we're there. Whatever this thing is, it knows we're there. So as we drive around, it's coming up, and I'm just coming down. I'm just watching it. So I get over to the 8 o'clock position, and I'm a couple thousand feet above it, and so I'm probably at about 15. So you can see it's just a really easy descent, so they're still at about 20,000 feet, and I'm descending, they're staying up there. So I'm kind of doing this as they drive. So I'm looking at this thing, and it's about the 2 o'clock position. We're about the 8 o'clock position, and I'm like, oh, I've got enough altitudes. I'm gonna cut across the circle. I tell the guy in my back seat, dude, I'm gonna do this. He's like, go for it, Skip, because I was a skipper. So I cut across the bottom. So I'm kind of almost coming out co-altitude as this thing's coming out. I'm going to meet it. And I'm driving, and I get to I'm probably about a half mile away. So I'm like right there, and it's coming across my nose. So now I'm basically pointing back towards the east. So I'm cutting across because I'm going to the 3 o'clock position. It's at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to meet it at 3 o'clock. So as I do this, as it crosses our nose, it accelerates, and literally in less than, probably less than a half second, it just goes, and it's gone. So we kind of spin around real quick. I go, well, let's see what's down here. And I turn around, we're looking for the white water. The white water's gone. There's nothing. Yeah, we come back up to train. We go back as we're flying back, and we're talking to him, and he's like, hey, sir, you're not going to believe this, but that thing is at your cap. It showed back up. It just popped up. This is like 60 miles away. It just reappears. We're like, oh, okay. So we got the radars out. We're looking for it. We get out there. We never see it. We never see it again.